life revolve on a planner? Do you have a hard time compiling all the little things that you write down in different sheets of paper that get lost around the house and somehow you have to find them because your dog almost ate them and it's just very confusing? Well, that's why I'm here today. Welcome to an updated Notion tour. Hi, my name is Keeyara again, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my Notion setup and how I use Notion as a college student in this current circumstance we live in, which is online class. By the way, if you guys want to sign up to Notion, you can download it for free using the link below. It really helps me and supports me a lot, and also you guys can also find my free templates down there. So let's get down to business. This is my workspace. You can see there's a cover, and I personally made these covers, so I just put them through Photoshop. You can change the cover, you can choose covers from their gallery of the Met Museum and different prints. There are lots of different prints here, or you can upload your own picture like this by choosing an image. So if you look at this icon over here, which is a stag, usually you can click it and change it to an emoji. So example, if you want it to be like the poop emoji, it will just show up. I absolutely love Notion's emoji feature. So you can upload an image and choose an image. So here I have this stag picture, and it will just upload it and it will stay like that. So if you scroll down, I have 5 different spaces on my Notion. I have my life space, my head space, my uni space, which is basically the chunk of this video. I also have this 2021 goal space and music space. So I'm going to talk about the goal space and music space since they're just really straightforward. My goal space is basically just little goals that I want to achieve this 2021, like learn French, and I like to use the toggle feature. The thing with Notion is you have this option to backslash and basically type in whatever command you want based on Notion's features. So for example, if you want to embed a Spotify playlist on your on your Notion setup, you can just go ahead and choose a playlist. In this case, I'm choosing my French playlist, and you can click embed playlist and just copy it there. So you can press the copy, and then you go back to Notion, embed anything, and just paste the link, and it will do the magic for you. If you want to show the full width, you can click this and it will show the full width. I personally like to keep it very small for the workspace so I can see everything. At first it may seem intimidating, but then once you get the hang of it with all the backslashes and all the different options, you will be able to have such a powerful tool in your hands, because Notion is such an amazing customizable tool where you can make it look pretty and super functional at the same time. So here are other ways how I use Notion. I like to use it in my life space, which I will be sharing with you. This is the page that I use every single day. You know how your planner has a to-do list? Well, this is my planner. It basically says, let's get this bread on top. You can see this header. I also made this, and then it has a title and an emoji, so you can change it if you want, for example like that. So it says weekly agenda, let's get this bread, and I have an archive over here where you can see all the other dates that I stored with all the other things that I did for that week. At the landing page, you can see these 2 quotes. We have take it one day at a time, which is a quote that my high school friend told me, and I've kept it ever since, and I think it's very relevant to this page because it kind of lists down all the days of the week. So, and then here we have a weather widget, which I learned from Aliana Ross. You guys should definitely check out her video. It has a more in-depth tutorial on how to design your Notion, so you guys should definitely check it out in the link below. I use the widget maker Indify, I believe, so it kind of shows the days of the week. You can choose whether you want just 1 day of the week or just 2. You can also customize it or make it dark mode. The widget will do it for you. And then for this next quote, it says, remember when you wanted what you currently have. This has been a quote that was my wallpaper in 2018, I believe. And it's fairly simple. This is a whole spread of my week. And it's basically the same as my old Notion tour, except it's much more pretty and organized, I believe. So when you click task, you add a task to do, and it's already a checkbox, and you can just check it and it will strike through. So what I used to do is I used to get all of this, press Ctrl+C, and drag it up to the archive. When you scroll down, you have month at a glance, and this is a database, so you can click on this to go to another page. Basically, a database is kind of like another page that you can link by clicking at the database and going up to these 3 dots and clicking copy link and going back to the page where you want to put it, and just Ctrl+V, and you can put create link to database. Add a view. I like to use the calendar view because it is much more functional for me to see the whole date of the week and all that stuff. So, and I like to edit the properties, and you can add the filter, which has tags that contain school and YouTube, which are kind of the two of my main focus things while I do online school. And I also have properties, so you guys can click the date, for example, which will show the date, for example, or the tags, so YouTube. And by the way, you can also favorite your pages by clicking favorite. It's basically just there and it will just show up over here. I usually like to do that, especially with the courses, so I can just click through these. I have my YouTube videos and sponsorships. So this is how the YouTube one looks like. It is the month at a glance, and the filter is for YouTube or IG posts. After this, we have the videos kind of like table, and these are all just like the videos I've made, and it also shows kind of like somewhat how the process of a video goes. So we have film, plan, final draft, IG story, you know, all that stuff, because there's a lot that goes into a video, and having a checklist kind of like waters down each task, and it kind of makes me feel more fulfilled at the end of the day, because that's what checkboxes do to me. Now we can head over to Headspace, where I have my quarantine journal and useful articles. For the useful articles, I barely kind of like use it. It's basically just information in a table view and like links for like personality tests, love languages, and all that stuff. So it's not really as important, I think. I barely update it, but I like to keep it there just in case I need to look back on it. I also have the quarantine journal, which is kind of like, I thought would only last for like a year, but quarantine has lasted for over a year. So okay, now for the big guns. For the big one, we're gonna go to Unispace. So I have management information systems and keeyara's college plan here. So this is where I usually spend most of my time. It's my virtual university, as the whole header literally says. So this is my course, and this is my current year. I can't believe I'm a junior. Remember when I was just a freshman and I made this? Couldn't be me. Oh my god. So we basically have 3 parts to this. This is the landing page, basically the page of organized mess and lots of coffee pictures, because coffee kind of just triggers me to study and work. So on this side we have pictures of coffee. I found these pictures on Pinterest and I just cropped them based on how they should look. If you want to make a column bigger or smaller, you just drag it like that or drag it like this. So I have this directory, and it has long-term goals, classes, and schedule. And I also have this study playlist, which is my playlist on Spotify. So I linked it over here, which is Study Like Rory Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. And I also have a ambiance, like rainy night coffee shop ambiance. This is my favorite one to listen to while I study, because I feel like I'm in a coffee shop. I also have the links to learning management systems of my university, so basically the Canvas, Moodle, I'm not sure if we use that anymore, and the result library, which I barely use. I don't think I've used in the 2 years of online classes yet, and we still have to pay for that. So when you scroll down, we have a divider, and it has long-term goals, and then we also have classes, and we also have my weekly permanent schedule. So if I want to just jump to a part of my page, I can just click like this, long-term goals. Basically, you just copy this link, copy link, and then you basically just link it here. Okay, so this is the quote. I like seeing this because it reminds me of where I want to go, and it kind of gives me a clear path. Because the thing about having like a long-term goals block is you get to see what you're heading towards, and I might not meet all these goals, like France study abroad, because of the current situation in our country and the world, but it's kind of nice to see where you want to head in life and with your education at least. I have this thing here that says how bad do you want it, and I put that there because I remember when I was applying to colleges and I really wanted to get in the university I'm currently in. This was my wallpaper with the logo of my school, and it just kind of reminds me of, first, how bad do I want to achieve my goals, and also remembering when I wanted what I currently have. This is a widget, and it counts down to the first semester of junior year, which is a week from now. And I don't like looking at it unless it's counting down to a summer break. So when we click this, it's my college master plan. I'm gonna blur out certain parts, but I'll share with you guys my specialization tab, because I'm not sure which specialization I might go for, whether it be enterprise systems or data science and analytics. So I just put here like the requirements for specialization and the classes I've already taken up. And then, for example, we want to go to my classes. So these are my classes. I usually put my individual program of study for that semester on the left side, and then I kind of line it up with my classes on the right side. Usually my icons for these certain classes, they correspond to a major. Just, you know how like in high school, for example, science was green, or like math was red, and another class was yellow. So I kind of keep the same principle here. So for my major classes, I usually like to use the red book icon, and it also corresponds to my daily schedule. So inside each class, I only keep a record of the syllabus, instructor, and the links that I need per class. This is an organized way for me to get information about the professor without having to go through the whole portal. Or also, when I forget the Zoom link, I can just go here because they usually use the same link for classes. So yeah, that's how it looks like inside one. And I also have the archive here of the classes that I took already online. So these are quarter 3, quarter 4. For example, I had yoga, and so yeah, after that we have my permanent weekly schedule. This was my permanent weekly schedule for quarter 3. I just keep it here because I know for the next semester I'm gonna have the same layout, so I just keep it here, especially for you guys who are gonna download the template. For taking notes, a lot of my friends have taken notes with Notion. I have friends who share their notes with me, so I'm gonna be showing you guys how it looks like to take notes on Notion. So this is how it looks like. This was my class called Upman. There's the table for the module, the name, the keywords, tags, property, and the topics. So for example, let's go to process discovery, intermediate notation. It has tags synchronous lecture, asynchronous lecture. So these are my friend's notes, so shout out to Sam for lending me your notes. So it actually works for people who like using digital notes, but I find that it's so much more useful because at the same time you get to use Control F when it's open notes, and you can also always come back to it, and it's just saved automatically as long as you have Wi-Fi. Toggles are super important because they kind of just compact everything. So you can also open it as a page, and yeah, you can basically have your lectures all here. That's how you can take notes with Notion, and you can also share it with people. You can add people's emails, you can invite people, and that's how powerful Notion is because it also works in groups. It doesn't just work individually. So yeah, that's how my Notion looks like. If you guys want to check it out, check the link in my description box for more. And I will be including a template down below if you guys want to like follow along with this. Back to school season coming, you guys should definitely try out Notion, and it's free. So you just hop on it. Click the link down below. It's free, it's functional, it stores so much, and it's super centralized. So yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!